Martin Luther King Jr. in the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s last march for labor rights. He has been at the forefront of every struggle for justice, and he has come to ground zero in the struggle for labor rights and for democracy in America. Please welcome the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Save the workers. Thank you. Save the families. Save the workers. Save the families. Save the workers. Save the families. Collective bargaining. That's what democracy looks like. That's what democracy looks like. Let me say to you that on behalf of the Rainbow Push Coalition, freedom lovers everywhere, we come back to Madison again and again until democracy reigns in this state again. It was this week, 1965, the Sunday after Bloody Sunday, which was this past Sunday, after those who marched for the right to vote had been beaten down, unleashed by the meanness of the governor. Horses kicked, dogs bit, and sticks were being slung by state troopers. During that struggle, it was not a one-day struggle, a long struggle, but truth ultimately prevailed. In that struggle, Mother Louisa, white Italian-American mother, was killed. In that struggle, Surrender Goodman Cheney, 2 Jews and black were killed. In that struggle, Reverend James Reed was killed. In that struggle, Meg Edwards was killed. And yet on the marches and blood of the martyrs, we prevailed. We fought then for the right to vote. Lest we forget, the beauty of our coalition today is that blacks could not vote. White women could not serve on juries. Farmers who couldn't pay poll taxes could not vote. 18-year-olds could not vote. Students could not vote residential where they attended school. Could not vote multilingually. We did not have proportionality in our campaigns. But we fought and we prevailed. 46 years ago, we fought for the right to vote. Today we fight for workers to have a voice at the table. We fight today for collective bargaining. Collective bargaining is not the issue, it's just a vehicle. We need the collective bargaining issue to be able to deal with the content. It's the collective bargaining. It's the content of justice. Collective bargaining. Key. It's the key. Content. The content. So when the government cuts $900 million from the education budget, that's the content. Raising standards for Medicaid, that's the content. Laying off teachers in bigger classroom sizes, first-class jail, second-class schools, that's the content. Yeah. Today we march for the right, the bargain, and the right for content of justice. There's something is going awry. The reason why your march is sending a shockwave around the nation. In the last few years, a radical reversal of our fortunes, and they moved toward the states' rights, right to work law ideology. The ideology is basically anti-labor, anti-civil rights, anti-workers, anti-women's rights. So it's a straight line. Today we fight to move back on the course, say jobs, and justice, right to bargain, jobs, and justice, the right to bargain, jobs, and justice, the right to bargain. In the scheme, the rich have gotten much richer. Without much work. More millionaires, more billionaires up top, more poor people at the bottom. 59 million have no health insurance. 49 million in poverty. poverty, 50 million are food insecure, 44 million on food stamps. The rich have gotten much richer. The middle class is sinking. Plants closed, jobs leaving. Not better labor, but cheaper labor. Said not better labor. Cheaper labor. Globalizing. Capital. Must also globalize. The rights of workers. The rights of women. The rights of children. Environmental rights. We demand a better deal. For America. Back to work. A better deal. Educate our teachers and our children. A better deal. Reinvest in America. A better deal. Last, there is this issue of blaming teachers, undermining their moral authority. Teachers are not why the banks collapsed. Greed, lack of oversight. They're not the reason why they cut the deal when we bail out the banks. Now Lincoln lending and the reinvestment, so foreclosures keep rising. Teachers are not the reason why we do not have the cap on the insurance companies and their violations. So unemployment is rising and home foreclosures are rising. The banks are awash in capital. It's time for a change. We the people have the power to change. So we the people have the power to change. We must vote and revote. Vote and revote. Revote for America. Revote. Recall. Vote. Recall. Use your power. Use your power. Lastly, you have one reprieve from the lock your vote last November. As many who are protesting today did not vote in November. We have a second chance, April 5th. April 5th. April 5th. April 5th. April 5th. April 5th. Those students who are concerned about rising tuition and student loan debt greater than credit card debt, you can vote where you can attend campus, where you attend school, April 5th. Those teachers who have lost their jobs, every high school senior who is 18 is eligible to register and vote, April 5th. Every student in college who does not want tuition to keep rising, while they keep putting more money for private businesses and for highway construction, April 5th. Those who want to stop spending $1 trillion in Iraq and Afghanistan, April 5th. Those who are tired of oil companies making $1 trillion without and still getting subsidy, April 5th. So come alive. April 5. Come alive. April 5. Come alive. April 5. Discipline. Vote with non-violence. Vote with love. Vote with care. This land, red and yellow, brown, black, and white. We're all precious in God's sight. We'll keep fighting one day longer. Keep hope alive. One day longer. Keep hope alive. One day longer. Keep alive. One day longer. Come alive. April 5. 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 Meet with the caucus meeting upstairs. I want us to join hands and bow our heads in prayer. I do want to say, as you remove your hats, as we prepare to pray, Dr. King was leading the last demonstration in Memphis, Tennessee. The focus was about workers having the right to bargain. At the end of the line, some bricks were thrown through a window. All the cameras went to the bricks in the window. We later found that those were agent provocateurs put in our meeting to divert attention. So when this governor considers violence in the crowd, but the fear that the press might pick it up, he's even contemplated interfering with this disciplined, nonviolent rally.
Shame on him! Shame!
We must not lose our focus. Say, remain focused.
Remain focused.
Remain nonviolent. Remain disciplined. Remain focused. Remain disciplined. Remain nonviolent. Use your energy for the most massive voter registration campaign Wisconsin and America has ever seen. Let us pray. Let us pray. Peace, say, our Father, who art in heaven, search our hearts, you know our ways, make us better as we struggle for jobs and justice, the education of our children, for security in the workplace, as we struggle for fairness. Give us the capacity, the courage, and dignity to stay the course until justice comes. We know it's dark, the morning cometh. We've seen mean forces in high places before, whether Herod or Nebuchadnezzar, but you alone have the power to see us through. Strengthen our faith, be the wind beneath our wings. Give us the strength to love one another, even our enemies, until justice is done and mercy abounds. Amen. Love you guys.